So there are five big drivers that help explain what's going on in the US and global economies. And while many newspapers and economists focus on cyclical developments, I like to focus on these drivers. These drivers are not as exciting, they're slower moving, but they tell a lot of the story as to why we're seeing some of the cyclical developments that we're seeing. Cyclical developments are things that are fast moving. There's lots of data. Commerce Department produces reams of data on cyclical developments. We're constantly collecting data on manufacturing rates and job growth rates and income rates and all sorts of other issues. And we've got economists on television and newspaper reporters that are constantly trying to explain why the data showed this and the monthly jobs report was this and then next month it was different, and I call this the bouncing ball. And if you follow the bouncing ball, you can follow it, but it's sort of chaotic, and sometimes data's a little misleading, or it's distorted and it's aggregated, and so when you just follow the bouncing ball, it's hard to make sense of what's going on. As a result of that, in addition to these cyclical items, the bouncing ball, I like to look at slower moving structural drivers, demographic trends, technology-enabled disruption, globalization, now probably a little bit of deglobalization, the greening of the global economies, and probably the end of the debt supercycle. Those are the slow-moving, maybe more boring, less exciting things to report on, but the fundamental trends that explain a lot of the challenges that we're seeing. Now, as a business person, and for most business people out there that are listening to this, they understand a little bit better what I'm talking about, in that in a business, every month you look at revenues, you look at profits, you look at a lot of fast-moving items, but if you're gonna run a successful business, you're looking at fundamental drivers about how we're adding value and fundamental trends, and we're trying to position our business to respond to those fundamental trends. We'd be well served to more frequently use that type of thinking when we're thinking about the whole economy. And I think if you're only or primarily looking at cyclical, which is a society we tend to do, and don't talk enough about structural, I think you'll only see part of the picture, and the danger is your diagnoses may be more likely to be wrong or off or late, and you're going to make poor policy decisions.
To learn about the 5 structural drivers of the global economy, continue watching our clips on the Robert Stephen Kaplan YouTube channel or visit robertstephenkaplan.com.